Good morning everyone, welcome to another week of handwriting. Before we begin, let's start with our rhyme. 1, 2, 3, 4 are my feet flat on the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8 is my back up nice and straight. 9, 10, 11, 12, this is how my pencil is held. Sorry, that's a little bit blurry, isn't it? Okay, thumb and two fingers. 13, 14, 15, 16, now I'm ready to start my writing. Okay, so we always start with the long date. Watching me, I'm going to write a T, going straight down, left to right, that's capital T, and then U, between those two solid lines. Then E, remember, from the middle of the two solid lines. S, curve, curve, D, like an A, but it goes all the way up and down. A, like a D, but it doesn't go all the way up. And then Y, remember, is like a U, see? But it has that lovely tail. Make sure you curve the bottom of that tail. Alrighty guys, your turn to write Tuesday. Okay, so now we're going to write the number part of our date. So today's the 17th, it's the 17th day of November. So I'm leaving a finger space, you're watching me, from the top dotted line all the way down to the bottom solid line. And then I'm going to come over just a little bit. I'm going to go right and diagonally, down to the bottom solid line. Then I'm going to write my T, H. Now it's your turn. Okay. Now I'm leaving a finger space and I'm going to write of. Remember, it's like a cane and then you cross left to right. So you can write of. Tuesday, 17th of. Now I'm going to leave a finger space. I'm going to write November, watching me. We go straight down, but then we take our pencil off the page. We come back to the top and then go down, up. O, starting on the right, going to the left, going down, curving the bottom a bit and coming back up. V, down, curving the bottom a bit, coming up. E from the middle. M, remember it's got the two branches, branch 1, branch 2, and then a B, that also has a branch, E, R, with a branch. There are lots of branches in November, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, your turn to write November. Quite a long word. Okay. So young people, we'll put our comma just after the R. Now for me, I'm not going to have space. If you have a look at mine, there is no space left. If you have space left though, then you can write 2020. Remember the 2020. No, this isn't lined, but I'll show you the stroke. So remember, we start up on the top dotted line and we go around down to the bottom solid line and across, and then again top dotted line, across, down, rounding that bottom, coming back up, and then again top dotted line to bottom solid line, top dotted line, bottom solid line, up. Okay, 2020. Your turn. Remember, if you don't have space on the line like me, then that's okay, you can leave it. That is fine. Okay, this week we are focusing on the letter Z. Z makes a Z sound. So you've got like very quick vibrations going on with your tongue. You're passing the air over it. So zzz. You almost touch your tongue to the back of your front teeth as well. Okay, always good to talk about how to make the sound so that you can make it too. Alrighty, capital Z, watching me please. I'm going to zoom in for you. There we go. So capital Z, just watching top solid line, top dotted line. I start on the left, I come over to the right, and I go diagonally all the way down to the bottom solid line. So it's like a 7. It's the same as the 7 we made for 17th. But then we keep going across. And guys, we call this letter Z. Sometimes you'll hear it being called Z, but in Australia we call this letter Z. Okay, I'm going to leave a space. You're going to watch me one more time. So starting on the left, coming over to the right, going down diagonally like a 7, and then bringing it across to the right. Okay, you can now fill out the line with me. So pick up your pencil, take your time, make sure you don't make your Z's too skinny or too wide. Okay, we want a nice balance. I don't have any more space at the end, so I'm not going to try and squeeze another one. There is my row of capital Z. If we think of some words while you're just finishing off that start with Z, we've got words like zoo, zebra, zen, zip, zipper, zippy, zap. Alrighty, I'm going to go down to the next row. And the great thing about Z, it's a letter like S where it's just a smaller version. So lowercase z is just a smaller version, watching me, of capital Z. See? Same strokes, same shape, just a different size. Okay, so lowercase z is smaller. It fits between the two solid lines. Okay, watching me one more time, I'm leaving a finger space. And I'm going to go right, diagonally down, right. Okay. All right, let's fill in that line. There we go. Alrighty, and that is our row of lowercase z. I'll just give you some time to finish off. Z can also be found in the middle of a word or towards the end of a word, like for example the word freeze. You would find the Z towards the end of the word, freeze, freeze. Or the word sneeze, sneeze. Or breeze, breeze. Okay, we're going to move on to our combination. So I'm going to start on that top solid line, coming across, going diagonally down to the bottom solid line. Oh, sorry, it was the top dotted line I was starting on. Going down to the bottom solid line and across. And then just next to it, lowercase z, which is exactly the same. Okay. Alrighty. Let's complete our line. So remember, finger space needs to be left. Capital, lowercase. Same movements. Finger space, capital, lowercase. And there's a bit of a pattern as well, so space, then we've got like a short, long, short, short, long, short. Finger space. Short, long, short. Short, long, short. Finger space. Short, long, short. Short, long, short. Finger space. Short, long, short. Short, long, short. And guys, while you're doing this, I think one of the most important things for you to be able to do is follow those lines. Okay? The amount of people where I'll see them, you know, making a stroke that's supposed to be along a line, and they can't actually get it to go along the line. It doesn't look good at the end, so try and get those going along the lines. All right, we're going to go on to our word play now. I always love our word play. It's a good way to help us learn how to be flexible with our spelling. That means be able to change bits and pieces, understand how sounds work when they're used in different ways. So, watching me, the first word is going to be the word fuzz. Fuzz. So I'm going to start just below that top dotted line. I'm going to come around, make a cane. Left to right cross. U. And we'll get to practice that Z. Ooh, see, I was just talking about trying to follow that line. Follow the line, down, follow the line, follow the line, down, follow the line. Okay, so that's fuzz. Could you please write fuzz? Fuzz is like a type of it's almost furry. It's like a type of fur or a lint. Fuzz. Okay. I'll leave a space. And my next word is going to be fuzzy. So to make the E sound, guys, when you hear E on the end of a word, it's usually never an E. It's usually a Y. So watching me, I'm going to write fuzz. Again. And then E. So I'm going to write U. Well, it looks like a U. But I'm going to keep going, make it a Y. Fuzzy. This jumper is really fuzzy. It's got all these little bits of wool. or lint all over it. It feels fuzzy. Fuzzy. Okay. Now for the next word. Fuzzier. So we're comparing now. This jumper is fuzzier than that one. So F U Z Z I R. Now because we're doing an ear, ear is I-E-R, you know, like on the end of heavier or funnier. Fuzzier. Fuzzier. Your turn to write fuzzier. Okay. I'm going to leave a space. I'm going to write the last word. Hopefully I fit it in. The last word is fuzzy. Fuzz. But now it's going to be the fuzziest. The one that is the most fuzzy of all. So fuzzy. Est. Fuzziest. Your turn to write fuzziest. Ooh, pardon me. Fuzziest. Okay. I'm going to zoom out so that you guys can see what we've done. I might even pick my phone up. There we go. We have completed our lesson on Z. So, young people, again, get your finger out. Okay, check that you have spaces between each letter that you have written, between each word that you have written. If you like, or if your teacher likes, you can swap books. How about we just do that? Swap books with the person next to you, and they're going to get their finger, because their finger's not going to be much different from yours, and they're going to go through and they're going to check your finger spaces. When you're done, give each other some feedback. Think about whether the finger spaces are too skinny or whether they're too wide, or whether there are finger spaces sometimes but not all the time, whether there are some all the time. Thanks for completing another week of handwriting with me. Please listen to your teacher's instructions for where they would like your book. Have a great week.